So it's Anzac Day. Anzac Day is celebrated each year on the 25th of April, and it's arguably Australia's most important national occasion. It marks the day when Australian and New Zealand forces landed on Gallipoli and had to face fierce resistance from the Ottoman Turkish defenders. So we know that on Anzac Day, we eat Anzac biscuits. We wake up early to attend dawn services. We listen to the last post, and we have a moment of silence to remember the diggers that have fallen to fight for our country. But if we look back into the past, how has Anzac tradition shaped our nation? To truly understand the impact the Anzac tradition has had on Australia, we must look back on the history of Anzac Day and see how it has changed. After 1916, when the 25th of April was named Anzac Day, the remaining years of World War I, Anzac Day customs included patriotic rallies and recruiting campaigns. In the 1920s, it was established as a national day of commemoration, and in 1927, the 25th of April became a public holiday. After the end of World War II, it was broadened to remember the lives lost in all Australian military operations. Being only a young country, the Anzac tradition is a big part of our country's identity. The old values that lie within the traditions are what have helped our country become mature by creating and highlighting our past. So why is the Anzac tradition still important?
Now we're standing on the ground that the soldiers fought in.
It is a time to honour our soldiers which have fought in the war for our freedom.
As philosopher George Santayana has stated, those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. In today's world, where we are constantly immersed in technology and we are advancing towards futuristic concepts at an increasing rate, it is important to look back and acknowledge our nation's past. Because after all, it is our history that defines us. Anzac Day is also used as a time to pay respects to the soldiers who have fallen serving our country in current conflicts and the ones who are still serving in Afghanistan under Operation Slipper.
Were killed, 2 were wounded.
It is vital for the Anzac tradition to exist because Anzac Day has a variety of special meanings to every Australian.
My grandfather was in World War II, having met Queen Elizabeth and Prince William. Anzac Day is an important day for us because it gives us a chance to reflect on his past.
My grandfather fought in World War II for the Navy, and every Anzac Day he tells us the stories of when he was in the army.
It's my mum's birthday, so we kind of combine the two celebrations into one and go to the dawn service each year.
My granddad was in the Vietnam War and we spend every Anzac Day with him.
And above all, Australia is affiliated strongly with the rest of the world, and our nation is one of the more economically powerful amongst the rest. So, in being world leaders, we must keep a good reputation and show the level of respect our people possess. We must lead the world by example and show that it is more than important to continue our tradition of commemoration and remembrance.
With the rising sun, they came to honour heroes past and present.
How will future generations keep the Anzac tradition alive? In order for future generations to continue the tradition, they must first acquire an understanding of the tradition from their elders. I personally remember from a young age standing for the moment of silence and reflecting on the sacrifices made by our diggers at my primary school's Anzac ceremony. Another thing that I distinctly remember is singing "Where Have All the Flowers Gone" with the school choir as wreaths were being laid at the ceremony. Singing the folk song was one of the main ways that the tradition was passed down to me. My new high school choir was taught the same song, and the song's lyrics continued to pass down the message of our Anzac tradition. I believe that through the means of music, my fellow choir members and I have truly understood the meaning of our Anzac tradition. Music is an important part of our lives, and it is a key factor to the way in which future generations will keep the Anzac tradition alive. In one way or another, I am certain that we shall not grow old as those who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.